when he went to speak, you stopped the honking, and then it started back up, and he appreciated that, and I wanted to make sure that I let you know that. Here's one of the things, obviously this broker issue is a much more difficult issue to address, but he's given me the task to look at it and see what I can do. But in the meantime, I know a lot of you have been talking about hours of operation and making sure that you get a little bit of relief there, and I think what you'll see is within the next day or so that you'll actually get some relief on that particular regulation. The president's key on making sure that we roll back regulations so that not only you're able to do your job and you're able to do it safely, but also one where you can provide for your family. So I just wanted to come in and say thank you from the bottom of my heart, but more importantly, out of great gratitude from the President of the United States. A lot of times we don't understand that everything that we eat, everything that we consume, and everything that we have ends up on one of your trucks going somewhere to somebody so that they can purchase it. So I just wanted to say thank you and come in and say God bless you.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
So what we're looking at is trying to make sure that the free markets work and yet over regulations and price gouging doesn't happen. And so actually Derek's here with me. He's the staff secretary for the president. He's the one that prepares the documents.
Это человек, который делает документы для подписи президента.
He doesn't take his trucking friends for granted. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just a little. Do you know the owner operators represent basically the 88 to 90% of the truckers of this country? Yes. Mega carriers cannot take care of the whole country, right?
We know that.
We are the 1% that feed this nation. I don't think it's a time to jeopardize the integrity of these families, and what they are doing is sustaining as essentials that we are, right? We don't ask you for much because the laws are already in there. But I think that honestly we all can make it through and make a living without going back and rousing. Listen, you should see my daughter. She's an amazing artist. I have to take her to college somehow. That's what I'm going on. It's not much. A little transparency is what we ask for. Because if you're telling me that a broker is willing to take as much as he wants,
I'm trying to keep the president.
okay, thanks.
It's not. I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about him.
Sir, if you could hear us out just for 1 minute, we're back over there. Just for a second. There's a relief package that we're trying to see if we can formulate with you guys, right? There's a form called MCS 150 that we file with the Federal Motor Carrier Authority.
Yeah.
That form denotes the company name. It has how many trucks this company has. The proposal is that if we can get for every truck, for every company that has 10 or below, so this has to be curtailed to companies that are small businesses, right? 10 or below trucks, each truck just needs a stimulus package of just enough to cover our monthly expenses for 6 months, sitting trucks. No payroll, no fuel, just sitting trucks. What that usually is around $4,000 to $6,000 per truck. So we're looking at a company that has 10 trucks, maximum is getting $40,000 at the very max, which will get us through 6 months without running, just sitting at home. So the companies remain active. If the insurance is not paid, then the companies no longer remain active.
Exactly.
Right? So what we ask is just that simple of a relief package. Now this can be simply cross-checked and balanced with the FMCSA's
Right.
Safer Snapshot DOT.
So I used to be a member of Congress,
Okay.
and I was actually on the Transportation Committee.
Okay,
And
that
so,
helps.
so
That helps.
You're talking to a guy that understands
Nice.
your issues.
Right
And
there.
Okay, so what can we do
now
about
I've got a more important job right now, and that's supporting the President of the United States. And so my message I shared with some of you, but my message is clear. Not only has the President heard your request, but he wants us to get something done about it. Now, my encouragement to all of you is I don't know that you need to work on the President of the United States as much as you need to work about 16 blocks from here.
Yes.
To
please, Congress.
make
Thank
sure,
you.
To make sure that they understand.
Yeah.
Remember when I said that?
But I can tell you this: we're looking right now in the next couple of days on what we can do from an executive order standpoint.
Okay.
And that's, I think we're going to be able to address the hours of operation, which does not help with this, but hopefully will help with other things that so many of you have already called me about.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe not you personally,
Right,
but people
right.
that work with you. And so we're looking at
What I can promise you is this.
Yes, sir.
Each one of us here, what I've been coordinating since yesterday, and we'll do more today and tomorrow,
Yeah.
each one of us will send a template letter to our senators and members of Congress. Okay? Is there anything you want us to specifically write in that so that the president's attention can be gotten with that?
So let me just tell you, I wouldn't be here right now if you didn't have the president's attention and support.
Yes.
I
Yes.
can promise
Yes.
you that.
Yeah.
We don't need only words,
I disagree with that, but go ahead.
Okay, we know that. That's not enough.
Respectfully, here's what I would ask him. As we start to look at any other potential support,
Right.
That is something that actually will happen in the next 4 to 6 weeks. So I don't see anything happening tomorrow or the next day.
Of course.
I will say this, that as we look at trying to make sure that our transportation network is supported, you know, everybody's in a difficult spot right now, and so what I will say is this: I talked to Secretary Chow yesterday in terms of some of the issues. She's the Secretary over Transportation, as many of you know, and so as I spoke to her yesterday, and we're going to work very diligently to see if we can find something that provides some relief. Now, the truth of the matter is, all of America is hurting right now, and so we've got to find ways to help our fellow man and do it in the best way we can. All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Come on, Mike.
Easy.
So Mike, they pulled on you. So okay.
6 foot. Myself, my name is Mike Landis. I'm an independent trucker
From where?
from Pennsylvania.
Mike, speak louder.
Speak louder,
They can't
please.
get you on the video, so speak loud.
Speak loud.
No, I can't.
My name's Mike.
Keep the social distance.
My name's Mike Landis from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm an independent trucker, and I also run an organization that stands up and tries to fight for better rules and regulations and rights of truck drivers. You know, we have a lot of issues here to address. The stimulus or bailout or anything like that is not really the biggest thing that we're looking at.
So what's the biggest thing?
Transparency.
Transparency of brokers that are gouging rates, and also safety on the roads.
Okay.
Okay. I've come down here for the last few years. I've worked with FMCSA. I've walked the halls that are 16 blocks that way.
Right.
And I'm not going to say that we've got nowhere, but the problem is
You haven't seen as much progress as you thought.
they hear what we have to say, but you know, you wouldn't ask a brain surgeon to come out here and rebuild one of our motors, just like you wouldn't ask a truck mechanic to perform brain surgery. We have a lot of people in different agencies, Transportation Infrastructure Committee, Transportation Committee, FMCSA, DOT, that have no experience behind the wheel of a truck. What we
trying to
need,
advise you.
right?
Exactly.
And
So I'll make you a deal. I'll stop you right there. I'll make you a deal. So y'all all like Mike.
And CJ.
And CJ, yeah.
CJ. And CJ.
So what I will do is let me give you my personal email. And so you will be able to communicate what everybody else here as a priority. You can communicate it directly to me. I just left the Oval Office where I told the president I was coming down to say hello to all of you and give you a personal message from him. You have my personal email. You send it. Just don't put it out there for the millions of people to have, because I'll have to change it. But if you, I will give that to you, and if you will correspond with me, I will follow up. How's that?
Keep that promise, Mike.
I'll ask you one favor.
Yeah.
We would like to hear that from President Trump if that's possible.
Yeah, so in this environment with COVID and everything,
Not in person.
He can call. He can make a phone call.
So listen.
Fox News.
So let me just tell you, having the chief of staff come out with my security detail and everything else is something that really doesn't normally happen. And so I promise you, I'm speaking on behalf of the President of the United States.
Yes.
And you can Google me if you have any doubts on who I am.
Listen, I still run paper logbook. I don't know this technology. But look, here's the thing. We just want him to know corporate America speaks for us a lot, but we're all small business.
Listen, if anybody understands the independent trucker, if anybody understands the independent trucker, it is me. Because you got corporate America, you got independent truckers, you got many of you that have truck payments that honestly you have to make on a regular basis.
We're losing everything.
I get it. And so what I'm saying is a vibrant trucking industry and one that serves their fellow man is good for America, it's good for this president, but more importantly, it's good for commerce broadly. And so I get the message. I will give it to you. I promise I'll follow up. Okay, is that a deal?
God bless you. God bless you.
We have a truck to give to Trump. Can we get
Speak for me. Spanish people.
Yeah.
She represents all the Spanish people.
Okay, so okay, go ahead.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Pretty much like what Mr. Lamb just said, you know, we've all come united from many parts of the country.
Where are you from?
I am from Florida,
Where in Florida?
Ocala, Florida.
Ocala, Florida. I
Ocala,
used to
Florida.
hunt in Ocala,
It's
Florida.
a beautiful city.
Big
Yes.
scrub campground. All right, go ahead.
So, you know, obviously all these men and women have united here from all over the country in concern for our industry. It's been an industry that's been thrown to the back burner and given in hands of people that really have no clue as to what they're doing. You know, I understand that, you know, you're willing to help, you're willing to give Mike your email, but we don't want our broken promises. We don't want to turn our backs and then you guys forget about us.
Right.
You need to take into consideration that every single truck that is parked out here is owned by a man or woman, okay, that hauls freight through every single zip code of the United States. They represent America, they move America, and they need the dignity and their honor and their transportation industry to be returned back to their hands, not for anyone else to take over it.
So that's valid. So here's the one thing that I can share. Many of you have talked about just some of the hour of operation reporting and the way that it's gone and how it's tough on the independent trucker, right?
Very tough.
All right. So you'll see action on that within the week.
Thanks, sir.
Beautiful.
What about the rate? What about the rate?
Thank you, sir.
We don't need no more regulations. We got enough regulations already. We against to so many regulations.
regulate brokers.
Yeah, the broker's biggest problem.
Let me just say this. We are looking at transparency to make sure that there's nothing there from a gouging standpoint.
Yes.
Talking about 70%.
Okay. At the same time, it's a complex issue that honestly has surfaced in a real way right now, just because of everything that's going on. So we're looking at it, and I can assure you that as we look at it, I'll get back to Mike. So y'all get all of Mike's emails.
Give us one meeting. One meeting.
So at this point, yeah, okay. Yeah,
I'm Greg Anderson.
From where?
I represent Yukon, Oklahoma.
Okay.
We have a small fleet. I represent United Coalition of Many Organizations.
Right.
The question I have for you,
Yeah.
this is all good.
Yep.
You've agreed to work with a dear friend of mine that's a great guy. What we need from you is to get this guy a seat at the table to help us write rules and regulations to make our industry better.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
That is what all of us want.
Come on, Mike. Hey, come on,
Whoa, guys, calm down. calm down.
So in terms of input, I can assure you I can get him to give us input. Now, I don't think you want him to work for the federal government where he's actually writing the rules and regulations. Do you want to
We
work
both
for
for
me?
Mike.
Can help.
I'll do what I have to do to.
So here's what
We
we'll
both
do.
for Mike.
Again, I'm more than happy to give you my email, and we will work with that, and we'll look at the rules and regulations. And just like with everything, there's give and take. But it doesn't sound like you're wanting the whole loaf. You just want half the loaf.
We want to be treated fairly.
Sure.
Yeah.
What we do.
We want our voices to be heard.
Listen, this is the European representative of European truckers. Yes, we got a lot of guys.
Issue is
They
transparency.
are more divided than
Transparency.
than the Congress down the
371.3.
way.
No, we're all together. We're all truckers.
I wrote a letter to the Department of Justice, to the Antitrust Division.
Yeah.
They're looking into it right now, but something needs to be done. These brokers are going around.
So here's what I will do is I will call the Attorney General of the United States,
Yes.
Bill Barr,
Barr, yes.
as soon as I get back to the office and ask him to look at it.
Please.
Sounds good.
Yes, please.
Let us know.
God bless you. God bless the president.